Hi everyone, it's Olivia from Girlybunches, and in this week's video I'm going to be showing you how I made this paracord style bracelet using this jersey yarn. So I've shown you how I made a crochet bowl with this in a previous video, and you can just see it's this yarn that is just jersey fabric. I can get that to focus. Just cut into strips, and when you pull it, it sort of naturally curls up like this. It's very popular, it's been around for a while now. You can get it in most craft stores or online, and it's a great way of recycling because it's just using up old fabric, and some of them are quite bright and have lots of different colours on them, so it's a great thing to do. Or you can cut up your own t-shirts and make your own yarn. There's nothing stopping you from doing that. So I thought I would just show you how I made this bracelet, which has got a nice bit of give in it, which means you don't need to have a fastener for it, which is brilliant. So if you've got a rainy day and you don't know what to do with the kids or yourself, like myself, I don't know what to do with myself most of the time, so I start fiddling and playing, and this is what I came up with. So it's great. Yeah, like I say, you don't need to have the fastener because it's all made with one piece. This only took 2.5 meters of yarn to use, which is a very small amount really, and yeah, it makes a lovely featured bracelet, I think. So if you want to see how I made this, stick around. So I'm just going to start off by showing you how the knot works. So I'm just using this grey as something to work around, but when we come to do the bracelet, you'll be working around the same colour that you're using. So how the knot works is you have your yarn that you're going to make the knot with, and you take one side and it needs to go over the top of what you're going to work around. So you make a loop on one side, you need to take the other side and pull that over the top of the yarn that you've made to make that loop. Then you take the side that's going over the top, and you need to take this, and we need to put it underneath this and bring it up through this loop on the left hand side. So you just feed it through and pull it round, and then you gently pull your knot together and you start to make your knot. Now you've got the knot on one side and the yarn coming out on the other side. So this is the knotted side, and every time you make another knot you need to start with making a loop on the side that has the knot on it already, because the knot will form on the opposite side, and that's what we're doing. We're going to be making these knots on alternate sides. There's loads of videos on how to do this, so if forgive me if I'm not explaining this very well, and I'll put a link in the description box of where I first learned how to do this knot. I think it's called a cobra knot. So, and I also believe if you've made those bracelets with the beads, you know, the big sort of shiny beads, I can't remember what they're called now, but it's the same principle. So again, you're going to make your loop on the side that you have your knot on, and that goes across the top of what you want to work around. You take your other end and put that over the top of that yarn, and then again we need to take this and put it up underneath what we're working around and pull it up through that loop there. So it just goes like this. And then when you put it together, you've got that knot on the opposite side. Now with this yarn, don't put it too tight because you can see it stretches quite a lot. And if you pull it too tight when you're doing this, it's going to make tough, hard knots, which won't make it very comfortable to wear. So just go steady and don't pull it too tight. And again, we're just going to repeat that, so that we're going to make a loop on this side, pulling the yarn over the top of what we want to work around, get the other side and pull it over the top of this side, and again we need to put this underneath here and up through this loop on this side. I'll just zoom in a little bit. There we go, you can see that a bit better now. So we're going to start on this side now. I'm going to make the loop going over the top, get this side and put it over, so it's like a weave, so it's over and then under, and then get this end, and we're going to put it underneath here and up through this hole, and then just pull it up nicely, and then you can see that it's making the knots on either side. One more time, over and then over and then under and up through, and that's how you just keep going. So I think this project's great for kids as well, because it's very simple to do. And actually I think it's quite good for boys as well. So, you know, if you're trying to get boys involved, and if you've got boys and girls to entertain, maybe in the summer holidays, and you've got the yarn out, then this is going to keep them entertained, I think, because I think tying knots is quite good fun for little boys and girls. But, you know, it's always difficult to keep the boys entertained as well, isn't it? Especially if it's a rainy day. Okay, so I think we've got the idea now, and now I'm going to show you how to make it into a bracelet that's all one piece. So to make the bracelet, I've taken enough yarn here I've got 2.5 meters here doubled over, so 2 cut ends together, and I've lined them up, and I've just pulled them together to double them up like this. And I think this is going to be plenty big enough for most wrists. It's probably too long if you've got quite a small wrist, but if you've got a bigger wrist than 9 inches, then I would say maybe go for 3 meters, but this is going to definitely fit up to an 8-inch wrist, so that's, for me, that's plenty. So what you need to do is, once you've doubled it over, you need to grab that other end and make a loop like that, so just kind of making a loose slip knot, as it were, and you put that over your wrist, and you want to see where you want that to fit. So you don't want it too tight like this, because you want to be able to take it on or off comfortably. It does have a stretch because it is this jersey fabric, but you know, all things have a limit to how much they stretch, don't they? So don't go too tight with it, and don't go too loose either, because it will stretch a little bit as you're working it. So just a nice comfortable position, and then give that a pinch where you want that to be, and then just slip that off your wrist. Now, I'm not going to lie, this first knot is quite tricky, so do practice maybe beforehand on like I showed you, you know, just put some yarn down and practice with another piece just to get used to the knot if you've not done it before. If you've done it before, then this should be quite easy. Yeah, so you want to hold on to that loop and that position there as much as you can in one hand. So I've just got them between my 2 fingers like that, just to stop it slipping too much. And then in your hand you're going to recreate that knot. So I start on that side, so I'm making my loop, I'm pulling my yarn over the top and then pushing it up through, and as I swap it over, I'm going to take hold of that position there so that I don't lose it, and pull that yarn through. And then she lets go, which is not what you're supposed to do, and then you just need to pull that loop and that knot up to where you want your positioning to be. And once you've got that one in place, then you're pretty well much set there. So you've set your place, so now's a good time just to check that you're still happy, and I am still happy with where that is at, and then you can start. So that's the first one. And then I'm just going to keep going now all the way around, and as you see, because we're making it out of one piece, we don't need to have any fasteners on this bracelet, which, you know, makes this very affordable to make, I think. So again, don't put it too tight, because this is a jersey fabric and it will stretch quite a lot. If you're making it with paracord, which I don't think you could do, because, well, maybe you could, I don't know. I don't think it would grip on so well. Anyway, give it a go, have a go if you've got some. And yeah, so just carry on making your knots, and it is as simple as that. And you just keep going until you get round to the end, which will be back round to here. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll come back when it's time to sew in the ends. Okay, so I've gone all the way around now, and I could probably just squeeze in one more if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. That's plenty. And that last one I am going to pull tight like that, and I'm just going to check for size, and I'm very happy with that. And as you can see, it's got that nice little bit of give in it, so it's just going to fit nice and snug around your wrist. So I'm very pleased with that, so give that a nice tight pull. I'm just going to turn it the wrong way round so we can see the back of the knot now, and I'm just going to take a darning needle that's got a very big eye on it because we need to be able to fit this through. So I think that's still going to be too thick, so you just need to unravel it and pull that through like so, and now you can just weave in your loose ends through the knots like this, and that will make it nice and secure finish. I'll probably go a few more just because we don't want it to come undone, but it's nice and grippy, this sort of yarn, so it will definitely hold on to it, and but it's nice and grippy, this yarn, so it will hold on to whatever you've woven through. I've worn these in the showers a few times and they've been absolutely fine, so it should be fine. There we go, just pull that back out, and now I can just cut my ends. Like so, and there we go. There's my not paracord but paracord bracelet. So thank you for watching. I'd love a thumbs up if you liked this video, and if you haven't subscribed I'd love it if you did, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.